Hello and welcome back to my parents' basement, where I talk about imaginary internet Ponzi coins and how they can make you rich. The top 10 coins that will make you a millionaire in 2024. But in all seriousness, I wanted to talk about Ethereum today because I think it's a very big topic that should be talked about. Right, let's get into it. So, Ethereum. What's Ethereum? Ethereum is pretty much crypto's second blue chip behind Bitcoin. If Bitcoin is the digital store of value, then Ethereum is like a combination of Apple and Amazon, right? The companies Apple and Amazon. It has the infrastructure available to actually build on top of Ethereum. So you can create a coin, you can create an NFT, all done on-chain, permissionless. It's very easy. It's kind of like, that kid in his basement can build his own coin and put it out there onto the internet. Ethereum is also referred to as a layer 1 blockchain, with many other coins trying to copy and piggyback on the success of Ethereum, right? So over here you can see ultrasound money, ETH supply. So ETH has this burning mechanism which makes it ultrasound, as the ETH maxis like to refer to. And basically, it's meant to be a deflationary asset, whereas Bitcoin is an inflationary asset. Not as inflationary as the US dollar, but in terms of Bitcoin and Ethereum is considered deflationary, while Bitcoin inflates at X percentage per year. So my price target for Ethereum, as everyone is wanting to know, so this is the chart of Ethereum, and you can see it's basically up and into the right, which is what you want to see from a coin. And if we actually go to the 4 hour, at the time of recording, it is pumping and over $3,000 US. Now, when's the right time to buy Ethereum? I mean, you should have been buying pretty much the whole of last year, but forget about that because we're living in the now, right? And I'm trying to push this content out as quickly as possible because I think we only have, maybe a month, maybe 2 tops to kind of buy at these good prices. But in saying that, what are my price targets for Ethereum? Well, in the low range, you can expect anywhere between 7,000 to 8,000. A mid range would be around 10 to 12. And then if we get that massive euphoria run, you can expect anywhere between 15 to 20,000, which is not bad considering it's at pretty much $3,000 at the moment. So you're getting some nice multiples on your money in Ethereum. And it's also a blue chip stock, which means you want to own the blue chips, right? They're the ones that are going to pay you the most money. The performance of ETH is a true indicator on how the rest of the market goes. And a lot of people ask me, how do you know whether this stuff goes up or down? Like, do you have a magic crystal ball? No, I don't have a magic crystal ball, but what I can tell you is crypto goes in cycles. So if we just go back to Bitcoin for a second, these 4 vertical lines that I've marked off represent the Bitcoin halving date. If you don't know what a Bitcoin halving is, do some research because it's pretty profound. Anyways, you can see, historically speaking, whenever the Bitcoin halving takes place, you can see a run up on the price. Boom. And again, second one, Bitcoin halving takes place, price goes up, right? Bitcoin halving, third Bitcoin halving takes place, price goes up. Now, just because it's happened 3 times before in the past doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to happen again. That is the next Bitcoin halving date. We're so close to it. We're a couple of months away. And we've already had a pretty big run up for Bitcoin over here. Now, does that mean we're going to get another run after the halving? If you look in the past, yes, that's what it means. But this can always not work out. It works until it doesn't work, is what I'm saying. So we just have to be cognizant of that and keep it at the back of our minds. But as things are going at the moment, everything is going to plan. And basically, these cycles take 4 years to play out. Some might say that the Bitcoin halving is just a front as to what the real driver of the market is, which is the 4-year presidential cycle, which does make sense, right? Because on presidential election years, the current president who is running again for office doesn't want a weak market going into the election cycle. He wants a nice, strong market. So he's going to do everything in his power to kind of pump that market just before the elections come. And this also coincidentally coincides with the Bitcoin halving. Now, whether Satoshi knew that and programmed it into Bitcoin, we don't know. But this is the data that we have. So this is the data that we're going to go off. Just one more thing to touch on the Bitcoin 4-year cycle. we have the Wall Street cheat sheet, which in my opinion is probably the best single source of information that can give you an advantage in the crypto markets. I'm not going to go through each of the stages, but basically you go from depression to euphoria right here at the top. So remember what I said, you want to buy the depression and then you want to sell the euphoria. That's the whole 4-year cycle, right? At the bottom, we have the depression here, prices are low, people lost all their money, minus 90% portfolios, people crying on stream. That's when you want to buy and you want to go in hard, right? And then as we progress into the 4-year cycle, you get through all these stages: optimism, belief, thrill, and then you hit euphoria. Euphoria is when you bloody sell. And most people actually get in at the euphoria stage and don't even think about selling because they think it's just getting started. Wrong, wrong, wrong. You best believe once we hit euphoria, you get out. Get out. Obviously, don't get out of everything. Everyone has their own different strategies. Some people want to hold Bitcoin forever, but if you want to avoid a big nasty sell-off, I'm talking minus 80, minus 90%, especially in the altcoins, you best take the profits in the euphoria state. Again, buy the depression, sell the euphoria. Okay, back to Ethereum. Now, we can predict from this 4-year cycle what Bitcoin will do, right? Because Bitcoin leads all other coins. It's the big daddy, which means ETH kind of lags behind Bitcoin. Whatever Bitcoin does, ETH will kind of follow as Bitcoin makes its moves. And once Bitcoin has finished making its move, we will then look at the ETH BTC chart for clues as to how the rest of the market will do, right? And this is the Ethereum Bitcoin chart. Basically what it means is you are tracking the price of Ethereum in terms of Bitcoin, right? And I know it might sound a little bit confusing, but this is getting into advanced sort of things when you compare one asset to another, right? And you can see from the beginning, ETH was gaining on Bitcoin, and then it kind of sells off in the bear markets as usual. And then in the bull markets, it kind of starts to gain as well, right? So you can see this line that I've drawn here. This was the start of the bear market in 2022. So probably from the 1st of December. And you can see it's kind of been just down only from there. And I've drawn this diagonal trend line to represent the downtrend of Ethereum versus Bitcoin. But you can see if we zoom in that Ethereum is very close to breaking that. So if you look here, there's about 52 minutes left in this daily candle. If this closes above that trend line, we might see Ethereum run and take a lot of the attention away from Bitcoin, and Ethereum will start to have its move. And once Ethereum moves, it's a pretty good indication that the rest of the market will follow, and then that's when we will start to see that euphoria phase of the crypto cycle. Which means pretty much you throw a dart into the wind and you make twice, 3 times, 4 times your money. If you're lucky, you get those 10, 20, 50x gems. So just to summarize, Bitcoin moves first, Ethereum follows, the money goes into the mid cap, so the top 20, 30, 40, 50 coins. And then after those have pumped, the money goes into the absolute most garbage coins. That's when you get like cum rocket going up 100x in 3 weeks. And you get the Shiba Inu going up God knows how much percent. The Doge coin mania, Elon Musk shilling it. That's when all that crazy stuff happens. And that's when a lot of people get into crypto, which you're going to get wrecked, man. So with Ethereum, the best practice is to buy Ethereum from an exchange like, the CoinSpots, the Binances, the Krakens. Buy it from the exchange and then withdraw that shit into your MetaMask. What's MetaMask? MetaMask is basically a wallet that you control the keys to that is not considered an exchange. So you're actually withdrawing it into your own personal custody. This is what MetaMask looks like, right? And it primarily works on the Ethereum network, but you also have these other chains like Avalanche, Pulse Chain, Optimism, Polygon, and basically what these are, they're called EVMs, Ethereal Virtual Machines, which is basically they're all clones of Ethereum because Ethereum has the largest network effect, right? So a lot of coins tried to beat Ethereum. They call themselves Ethereum killers, but they could never do it because Ethereum has the largest network effect. It has the most users. It has the most developers. It's very expensive to use, but it's the biggest, right? So it's the blue chip layer 1.